187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The
Still
coroner
bummed for
thinks
my
the
1
broad
star.
was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Cole also sounds very upset about our recent 1-star case. As we should be, because we really fucked it up. Whoopsie.
You know the way. You can drive.
Also, I really hope this person's not naked. I super, super hate blurring out the videos.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
Why
The deal's being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
That's a really dark way to look at your job. Like, that really kind of removes a lot of humanity from your fucking job. That's terrible. But now we're at the murder scene.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
He also sounds really sad about his job today. You know what, if Roy is complaining about my suit, my appearance, maybe I should just give him a new one. I'll just be the sword of justice. Bukowski.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people.
God damn it, Rusty.
Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Bukowski might have been one of the least asshole partners that I get. It's a nice smoking jacket.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
What is even the purpose of a smoking jacket anyway?
Looks like barbiturates.
How do you just know that? God, I'm like, oh, it looks like an apple quill.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a
Benzedrine?
doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
What is Benzedrine? What are you doing, Cole? There's like men's and women's clothing in here, so who's the other person?
Phelps?
Val,
Thank God, not
we've
naked.
had a look
Covered
around.
with a towel.
Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
Yeah, I took a
No
look.
foamy
Be my
bubbles.
guest.
No scrubbing bubbles.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
The neck
It's
is bruised pretty
strangled.
badly.
And that almost looks like blood in the nose. Bite marks?
Very unusual ring.
Nails are
Could be
broken, there
wrong,
was a
but it
struggle.
looks like a black sapphire.
Bruising on the forearms.
There's
and
like hella bite
these
marks.
Look like bite marks.
Very good. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick. And there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos?
Not important, Phelps.
Miss Julie was.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got her heart broken. She couldn't take it anymore.
This is all
So
top
she
end
ran
of town
herself
stuff.
bath and down some
Gives us
hills,
somewhere to
and then
look.
She just drifted off.
I don't know. Miss Julie, she always
Nothing.
had so much fire, so much drive. I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear.
Been a modeling assignment.
They're there.
Aha!
It's a place to start.
Ask for Miss Randall. Interesting. And anything in photo number 3?
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
I used to think it was weird that people would just like buy things from catalogs, you know, like send away from them and stuff. And then Amazon came into our lives. And now obviously that's all we do. I'm not gonna investigate the rolling pin game.
I'm
This is
Detective
very hard to
Phelps.
talk about.
I'm here to try
let's
and help
talk.
Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Whoa, there's no need to
Miss
yell,
Julie would
Cole.
never have killed herself.
Hi-ya!
She was a very determined young lady.
Failed that question.
One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did
Yep.
Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Okay, that time you're bullshitting
Men
me.
friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary's sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
Wow,
You're
Roy.
disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of
So,
course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. The way it's turned out, though, is it?
where was this kind of shit with the...
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. It's been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I feel like that third answer entirely contradicts the first answer. You know, she's like, oh, I'm not, or the second answer, whatever, like, I'm not gonna talk bad about her. She was really nice to me. No, bitch was crazy bipolar. Like, 1 minute she was super nice, and then the next minute she was screaming at you. That kinda goes against your first statement, lady.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
That's because you're lazy and you don't like doing your job, Roy. Look for some Surrettes. I found them. I remember finding them in a plant or some shit. Yeah, here they are. Ta-da! Come on.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I like how he
I
just
think our
puts
work
it
is
back
done
like it's
here.
not a disgusting used sharp out in public. Ugh. You can drive.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where are we going?
We are going to go to the modeling place first.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little
whoa,
reunion in there.
Jesus,
Almost
Roy.
brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so
Rusty,
fast you barely had time to
questionable.
learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Oh, poor Rusty. He's kind of an old drunk, though. Like, how many times did Cole get on him for that? Nice hat. I want one.
I recognize that guy from the papers. He's a cop.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
You
Could
have
you tell
no
us
reason to
why
lie
you
to
let
me.
Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses.
Oh.
The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Not
have
entirely
any
her
close friends
fault,
here?
but
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
yes,
I'd like
please.
that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer.
Detective?
Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Oh, because that ring was on her left hand.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
It's completely clipping.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
I have no reason to
She was
believe that
wearing
she
a
would
sapphire
lie, honestly.
engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She
Also,
was
a
so full
pearl
of life.
engagement ring. That's kind of interesting. Well, that was sad.
You're behind the wheel.
All right, where to?
To see the good doctor, of course. Aw, she's crying.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps.
It's a good call,
I'll
probably.
make a vice cop out of you yet.
Kind of a dirty trick, but like, kind of got what we needed. Richer, cleaner, and bolder cigarettes. Delicious. Where am I going? Nope, not here. Oh my god, I got all the way to the top.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Have an elevator. Fuck yeah. Don't have to do any legwork. Is that where your cigarette ashes go? That's a fire extinguisher. Boop. That was floor number
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
That's a fast elevator. Elevators are faster in the 40s than they are in 2020. Where's this fucking? There we go.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it,
seriously.
sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some
such a dick.
gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Sorry to
Your
interrupt.
investigation is much more important than my sciatica.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the
God.
death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I
Do you
don't
mind if we
even
ask
know
you
who
some
she
questions
is.
about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Well, she's
How well
dead,
did
so I
you
can
know
come
Miss
back with a
Randall?
warrant if you
Very
want.
little. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
You didn't like her, did you?
Wasn't a question of like, Detective. She was incredibly beautiful. When you looked in her eyes, you knew how a mouse felt before a snake. Not an ounce of warmth there.
Oh. What? Wait, what?
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
Okay, good. I got
That'll be
that
all
one
for
right.
now, Dr. Stoneman.
Ooh.
We'll be in touch.
Why don't you use your phone? I don't know why.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Where did the doctor go? Oh, there he is. What's back there? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? Stuff? Stuff? How annoying can I get in here? Oh, look at this. Was this waiting room packed like this when I came in? Awkward. He just hits the lowest button. Like, he hit floor number 1 to go to the 5th floor. Also, Cole, the back of your head is looking a little bit patchy.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
You know, there was a perfectly good parking lot right here. Why didn't we park there?
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Yep. Also, why does Carruthers work at every fucking, like, he works at every
Have you noticed how Croker's only pull
department.
out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until
It's not
it gets
wrong,
in the
though.
way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
That's sad. (5:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m.) Or kind of reversed hours, just saying.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case for that poor lady killed near City
here it
Hall.
is. No?
A skeleton goes into a bar
There
and
it is.
orders a beer and a mop.
Cole, Roy,
Why are
I
there
have
two
some
bodies?
information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Why
Yes,
are you
of course.
so
I have
angry,
something else to show
Roy?
you.
Yeah, who's this guy?
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
And
Which
Vic
could
had
be
broken
from getting
nails.
his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers?
That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Yummy. Alright, what's this other thing you got for me?
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
That... What?
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over.
Ow.
They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mel. Thanks for the lead.
Such an asshole.
And then the louse calls and says he's going to marry in England.
I like how these doors are just like open.
Case was thrown out.
Hey, where's interview here? Don't know this department.
Put him down with my staff.
An interview. 2. Oh, there it is. Stupid.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Okay.
And you were close? We were friends.
Shit.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
God damn it.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved.
Oh my god, I foobarred
like
this
I said,
so bad.
I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that
I
you
got
were
it
in
right.
fashion.
Amazing.
That's right.
I think we bust in there and find the goddamn thing.
Director of Arnett Clothing
Some
Emporium.
kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
You're a lying sack of shit.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because
We're
we're
gonna
giving him
follow
a
him.
couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
This is way better tailing music than
He
the
was squirming like a
dramatic
worm
shit.
in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I like how the people I'm tailing are always surrounded by cop cars.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
wider, buddy. Getting a little bit too far away from my comfort zone. Okay, let's go right up there. Oh shit. Fuck that up.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Got into that little accident and lost him. Almost, sort of. He's still there? That's still him?
Whoa, back off before we get made.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Just gonna stop randomly in the middle of the road, no big deal. I feel like at one point I got into a shootout over here. What is that? I'm very curious, where am I at? Because what is this? Very curious, wants to know. Oh, Lemon Grove.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What are you doing?
God. Literally starts out by saying, oh, you're too far behind, you gotta get closer.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
I already lost him. Oh, there he is. Apparently I can stay like way far away. And he won't see me. Or not. You don't see me. He's not seeing. Cross the street there? Shush.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
What are you doing?
Nothing. You don't see me. No, you did not. God damn it. Okay. What if I stay on this side of the street?
The trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
newspaper. Yo, come on, cross the street already. There you go. I just stay like way far away apparently. He doesn't see me. Alright, sorry. Oh, once I get hit by a car. Shit.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket for Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Such an asshole.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Oh no, give that back, Roy. Ah, crap. Now what? This telephone out. Gosh.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
So, where do I want to go? Back to the station or to the patrolman?
See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He
Isn't
worked that
that-
case.
Can you drive to this one?
Dahlia.
All right, where to?
Let's go here first, I guess.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Oh, the Naked City is
Come on,
a
let's
DLC
give him a
case,
hand.
too.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Sorry, bud. There's no way he's gonna kill this time, though.
Get in cover.
Fucker.
Move, I got you.
There we go.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window.
What
Then he bolted
the
out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
You can drive. Where are we
Chase
going?
4 dudes down for a big guy named Willie.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
No, why
A
not?
strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer.
Ah, see,
He
it
worked
was a good
boxing
call
gyms,
going
the
there
Y,
first.
Promoters, that kind of stuff.
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of it.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you.
Fabergé cigarette case is gonna be in there.
Here you go.
But
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on
holy
there?
crap. Fabergé gold cigarette case. Look at that. Oh, and a black sapphire ring.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here. It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Strong. Mont Blanc fountain pen.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Oh, damn. $300 in cash? That's a lot.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored
go into
society
letting
girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Haha. What's that iron iPhone?
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
What's the phone in here?
Hey, you think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Technical services downstairs to show my briefing. Where's the? Okay, so I don't really have a location. Oh, yeah, I guess there was a. Here. Went out the wrong door, like an asshole. Yeah, let's try this.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with me. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. The Booneroo case, man, Phelps.
Booneroo?
The best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
Stockings? What do you want?
Nice
Peter
house.
just comes up with Bonnaroo, which has been canceled. Rip.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Roy was totally about
Why
to.
would I mind, young man? If you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria,
Damn.
can you get the detective a drink, please?
He's so rude. God, nobody in this game has manners.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years.
Oh, God.
A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Okay.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Okay.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife.
Oh, that's
I returned
really
home and
interesting.
all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Hello,
Oh,
detectives.
this is so awkward.
What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh, yes, I get to take the jilted lover with me.
Sarcastic remark and start an argument again.
Well, I'm just sleepy.
When we were engaged, you were never sleepy. All you wanted to do was
Where
hold
am
my
I
hand
going?
and stare at me. You said I was on your mind.
Why was it
every day
automatically
of my life.
marked?
You couldn't think of anything but me.
Oh my god, Yucca Street? That's like way down in Central, isn't it? Good lord.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Got through mostly unscathed.
Straight on.
Straight through the next intersection.
Keep straight. Take the next left turn.
Now I'm just being ridiculous. Oh, there was a happy puppy looking at me, and now you ran away.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Pile in, everybody.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop! Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
it.
in the air.
LAPD!
Just gonna turn it into a boxing match, I'm sure. Idiot. Yeah, I'm about to get decked.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Not sure this means much. Doesn't give me anything to go on.
It's a pretty big apartment. What the fuck? Why can't I find anything in here, though? Flashlight? Ring? Nope. There. LA to Mexico.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
Stolen too?
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Okay, I had to cut this one a little bit short, so let's wrap it up. Zero out of 10, did not remember what I did before I logged off.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're lying.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Bum 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 bum. How'd you do it?
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, find out where and when, and then have the guests burgle. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did
At least I got something right.
kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have it. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
I don't know, that sounds kind of
Why,
legit.
too? She always looked down on those two. When she told them that she was cutting them out, they swore to get even.
God damn it.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Give it up, Arnett. You're facing the gas chamber. Give the judge some reason to commute.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone. She was so beautiful. So goddamn cold.
God, I messed that one up again.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Why didn't he tell me Henderson was Stoneman before, like until the very end? That's probably the game's saving grace because you fucked up and couldn't get any of the questions right.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right, where to?
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, boy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Okay, I'll try that.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Not likely. I want to kick the door down.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
What are you? Get out.
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Oh, the practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Wait, no!
Didn't see that coming.
Well, there goes that case, I guess. Wow, Phelps, you're really, Oh, the phone's right there.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Again, I'm just gonna leave with just like chaos happening.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
Kind of sad, didn't even like help the receptionist or anything. I was just like,
she was incredible.
I'm gonna make a phone call.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your ride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy, as long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
I got friends who work at the Examiner. How
Really
about
smashed
$5
that one up.
exclusive?
Thank God I didn't park there.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
I'm the
You're behind the
newspaper
wheel.
cop.
Where are we going?
I guess over here.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. Kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wait.
I hear him.
Cole. You hear that?
Okay, but where's it coming from? Like an open window? The roof? The roof.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Oh, don't. What are you doing, Cole? Just firing into a crowd of civilians. Like an asshole. What? This looks like something out of Futurama. Cat and Salty. So glad I have a mini-map radar, otherwise I wouldn't know to run up 400 flights of stairs. How do you go up again?
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
How many shots can this take? Oh, for the love of God. Thank you.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Oh man, I'm doing so bad on questions. Damn. I'm still at Sugarloaf Hill. We're getting nuked at Sugarloaf Hill. This music is like so annoying to me. I don't know why.
The whole company is gone, Hank. The Major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cals still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
Oh man. Bye, Hank. Kelso?
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to first lieutenant.
Wow. Poor Kelso.